Okay, so let's go over this. This is the last set of things to do for today's videos. So we're going to talk about filtering, and what I want to do right now is I want to use the word waves. So let's just listen to this right here. Is a collection of waves. Okay, so there's the word waves right there. I'm actually going to zoom right in there and see if I can. Oh, too much. Okay, I think it's right here. Let's listen. Waves. Okay, we'll take that. I'm going to copy that, Command C, right there. And I'm going to dump it into a kind of a blank place over here. And we're just going to fiddle around with it a little bit. So I'm going to paste that right here. And I'm going to solo this track. Here we go. Waves. Now, there are a couple of things we can do with this. There's a thing called high pass and low pass filters. And what I want to do is just talk a little bit about how they work. And to do that, I'm going to use what's called a spectrogram, sorry. All right, now this is me saying the word waves. Waves. You can see that the blue shows you where there are lots of frequencies, and then the green is lighter, and the white is there's none of that frequency. So my voice has all these frequencies, lots of low waves, right? And the S has that hiss to it, lots of high frequencies. And then you can see the ooh is like this, and then the A has higher frequencies, and then the S. So what a low pass filter is a low pass filter is going to let these lower frequencies pass through, and it's going to take out some of the higher frequencies. So let's do that. A low pass filter. And this is going to start at 4,000, so you can see 4K is kind of right in the middle here, and it's going to roll off. So it's roughly going to be half as loud, or 48 decibels, sorry. That's like the fifth root as loud by the time it gets to 8,000 hertz. Let's listen to it. Waves. Okay, you can hear it's taking the edge off a little bit. Let's do that. You can see it just kind of erased those. I'll play that for you again. Waves. Now let me undo it. Listen again. You'll hear crisper, higher frequencies. Waves. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and read you that. You can see here's waves. It's just a little duller. Let's do even more low pass filter. Let's roll it off after 2,000. Wave. You can hear it's much duller, right? Let's try 1,000. Wave. Now, I mean 1,000. That's not really 1,000 hertz. That's like a high C, right? That's like a C6. So it's only taking the frequencies off above that, but it's still that's such a part of the voice that it makes a huge difference to lose those frequencies. The speaking voice fundamental of my voice is probably around like 110 hertz. This is much higher than that, right? So let's roll it off even higher. All right, so much of your voice is those higher frequencies. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually cancel out of this. Actually, let's do that just to see what it looks like. All right, it's taken off all those higher frequencies. Now let's do a high pass filter. A high pass filter is going to let all of these go through, but it's going to take off some of the lower sounds. So let's see what happens when we have a high pass filter. This is going to roll off anything under 200. What's 200? 200 is around maybe like G, like bass clef G, G3. So anything under that is going to roll off. Let's listen. Waves. All right, you can hear it's much higher. Waves. It's missing those lower frequencies. Let's put it a little higher. See what happens. Waves. Okay, it sounds very, very thin, almost like an AM radio, right? Waves. Waves. You can still hear it though, even though you take out those really low frequencies. So that's how a filter works. So you can make lots of interesting sounds. Here, let's do it. You can see it kind of took off all of that down there, right? And I'm going to undo that. Let's look at one more thing. We can slow things down and speed them up. The problem with that, let's change the speed of this. If I slow it down, or actually this is already set to speed up. Let's make it twice as fast. What's going to happen?
Waves.
It's going to take my voice and put it up an octave. If I do half as fast, it's going to do the same thing down an octave. So there are lots of different options. Remember, if you change the speed of something, you're going to change the pitch. You can change the pitch without changing the speed so much using a different thing. So let's do that now. I'm going to actually go back to a waveform. So I want to treat this like a pitch. Now, I know when I talk around low A. My voice is like right around that pitch, the fundamental of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this clip right here, and I'm going to duplicate it. Okay, and each time I duplicate it, it's going to go into a new track. Let's do 3. Now, if I play these 3, they're all going to solo. Let's just play them. Waves. Now, I can change the pitch of this ever so slightly. So let's change it to go up a few notes so that the fundamental is up a little bit. Let's move it up 4 half steps. That would be a major third. So the computer program listened to my voice and said, oh, you're around a B2. So it's going to move it up to a D flat 3. Let's listen.
Waves.
Okay. Notice it shrunk it a little bit. It does have a little bit of a time effect. And then let's go in here and change the pitch of this. Let's go up a 5th to make a major chord. So if I go up 7 half steps, that's a 5th.
Waves.
Let's see what this sounds like. It should sound like a major chord.
Waves.
So you can change the pitch, you can change the speed, and you can use filter effects. We've also used lots of other things, but just for now, just so you understand how these filter effects work. One more thing with filters that I actually forgot to mention is that you can actually also do, you can very exactly filter something. Notice here it's a flat line, it's not changing anything. But you can go into the presets here and you can do like, you know, make it sound like it's on a telephone. A telephone will take off all the low and the high end. Listen to this. Waves. All right. Other things you can do are, you know, you can make it sound like it's in a walkie-talkie, treble cut. All of these are interesting things. How about the 100 hertz rumble? Waves. Okay. That doesn't really do too much to voice. I think to music it will get rid of a low rumble if you have like an air conditioner unit or something like that going. Okay, so that's it for filters and effects and also speed and pitch changes.